Hey there, Audra here. So I just did a RISA talk where for new people entering into the field, and I got a whole big list of questions, and I didn't even get to it all because we really had so much fun. I got to some of them, but I thought these would be good questions to actually put out here in the realm and talk about. So a little Q&A. One of the big questions I get is, Audra, what is your experience with agents investing in occupied staging consultations? Do they pay for the staging consultation? How do you get them to pay for the staging consult or basically partner with agents to do that? Great question. So, first off, I want to say that it is not the agent's responsibility necessarily to pay for the staging. Ultimately, who benefits the most from the staging of a home? The seller. So, hopefully, a good agent will know how to talk to that seller and talk them into paying it themselves. But of course, lots of agents across the country not only pay for the occupied staging consult, but they also pay for the vacant staging altogether, depending on where you're at. It's just part of their overall budget. And it particularly makes sense for homes over $1 million, a lot of times, which in a lot of area is for vacant staging, large vacant staging. But even in other areas, they just pay for it anyway because it's just part of, they know they'll get more money, they know they'll get more listings. And in this day and age where there's not as many listings out there, they want to be the agent of choice. And this is just part of their listing process. So, how do you become part of their listing process just for consults? Great question. So, in my training, that's what I'm inside right now. Hopefully, you can see that. In the HSR library, I have Canva templates. I also have a section for how to cultivate and develop realtor partnerships, video training on that. But I find that these Canva templates are really helpful tools, if you will, for getting that across. So, a couple of things that we have are 12 reasons to use a stager if you're an agent, and 12 reasons if you're a seller. So, it's pretty similar to what you would if you're talking to agents, like how do you get them to really understand how to use me, why that works, and what are the reasons? How does it benefit them, right? We always have to talk to who are we talking to, what are their struggles, and how do we help them? How can we benefit them? So here's your tool to do that. It's a Canva template just to sell the agent on using you. And now the question was, how do I sell them on paying for the occupied consultations? Well, that's actually not that hard because another tool that we have is called our Staging for Top Dollar Guide. So this one I'm going to walk you through because you can create your own if you want. If you're not part of my training, or if you are part of my training, get in here, jump in and use this. You click on this and it opens up into your Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's the most amazing tool for your business, any small business. Get to know it. You'll appreciate that I was the first to tell you about it, canva.com. So anyway, it opens up this kind of guide, top dollar guide that we have where you can change out the images and whatnot. Well, I'm not going to show you how to edit it. I'm going to show you what should be in there. So one of my members actually created this for me. I love it and shared it with the group. So I appreciate that. I think it was Melissa. I shared that in a different post. Anyway, she used all my materials. So selling your home's not easy. This is something that she will give her agents who partner with her. They can present to the sellers in their listing presentation. So when agents talk to sellers about why they should use them, they get the comps, they tell them why, they talk about themselves. But this is a great tool talking about not just the selling process, but the benefits of staging that you can co-brand with the agent to really educate sellers on why this is important to them. So some key things that we put in it are the 3 keys to selling your home for top dollar. How do you get the best price for your home? Well, you got to market it on the inside. You got to market it to the outside, the public. That's what the agent does. And you got to price it right. So the agent can speak to pricing and what they do in the marketing. Inside marketing, this is where this tool comes in. And we talk about that with them, how they need to disassociate from their home. They need to look at it as a product. How do we market it? And so there's a lot of good information here. We walk them through how to understand buyers. Buyers do not have an imagination. They can't picture. So a lot of people say, why can't a buyer just understand what my house would look like? Envision it for themselves. They can't. We got to give them the perfect vision. We need to capture them. We need to speak to them. It's really just marketing 101. We're merchandising the space. So we educate on that. Recognize this. This is my top 12 reasons where we talk about all the statistics, recent statistics that shows them why they should stage. So you might want to include that in your guide. This is unique to my training. In my training, my stagers walk through in 8 steps in each room so buyers feel home. And it's an acronym that really agents and sellers love because it starts with what are their first impressions? How can we eliminate the clutter? How can we emphasize the positive? This is all design elements that my stagers are well versed in. In my training, there's a ton of how to, and it walks them through. And do they already know what to do? Do they need to follow the 8 steps? No. But why do we have it? It's a framework that their clients love and understand. So she's educating on that. And then here we're talking about the closing. What are the next steps? Phase 1, 2, and 3 of staging. And then she has her we have our call to action. And here's where it's co-branded. So when you have something like this, where you're talking to an agent and you say, here, a lot of my agent partners will actually pay for the first steps of consultation. And they do that as a gift to their sellers that helps them to stand out against other agents who don't. And also, this is a tool that walks the seller through why this is important, that consultation, those first steps. Whether the seller decides to, pay for the rest or not is really on them. Again, they benefit the most from a staged home, but no one can be said that we didn't educate them on it. So this is Melissa who created this and shared it with our group. She partners with their agents to make this happen. So it's just one of those tools, one of the many ways that you can work. You need to help your agent partners sell you and sell staging. And this is one of the many ways you can do it. So hopefully that's a long way to answer your question on how to get them to pay. Many agents do. This is how my stagers get their agents to do it. Hopefully that helps. You can create this for yourself or jump into my training and get all those freebies. Not freebies, it's all in the training. Lots of good stuff to help you do your job better. Have wonderful partners. These agents are going to be your best friends for life and watch your business grow. I'll see you in the next video.